Hi, my name is Sarah Walker, and I chose the question, who am I and what motivates me? I chose this because I think this is very important to our philosophy. We can't really share what we teach unless we truly know who we are as a teacher. And the first question to go along with that, I asked, to what point can or can't my values influence my teaching? And I got a lot of great responses from you guys. And the first one gave me a quote by President Hinckley, or a talk by President Hinckley, called Stand Up for Truth. And he said, if this university, referring to BYU, meets the purpose for which it is maintained, then you must leave here not alone with secular knowledge, but even more important, with a spiritual and moral foundation that will find expression to improve the family, the community, the nation, even the world of which you will be part. And I immediately thought back to my high school experience and what they taught us regarding what our moral compass was. What direction were we going? What are our values? It was important to teach us, to find out for ourselves what those were. And I think President Hinckley is saying here that not alone with the secular knowledge that we're learning, but what do we stand for? And for me, it's going to be different than for one of my students, but it's important for them to know who they are, specifically in that regard. What are their values? And President Uchtdorf then said, share what's in the heart. I love that. And that all goes back to the spirit. And I might not preach to them, preach doctrine, but I definitely want to share what I'm feeling, um, especially in regards to what my major will be, which will be music education. And music, for me, I can feel the spirit. And President Uchtdorf gives 5 things that we can do to prepare ourselves to teach with the spirit. And those 5 things I've studied, and I've gained a better understanding of the importance. And I think this definitely answers my question to the can and can'ts of my values. And I think it's all based on what the spirit would have me say. It kind of transitions into my next question of how to create an environment where students want and love to learn. That's very important to me because I don't want to teach and have my students not love my teaching or not love what's being taught. And someone gave me a great quote by Elder Bednar, and this is in the book that we were reading. The Holy Ghost is the teacher who kindles in us an abiding love for learning. And simply, the Holy Ghost is who will help me allow my students to love what is being taught. And that also means that I need to be listening to the Spirit once again to know how I need to teach and how I need to educate those in my class. My last question is very specific to what I want to do as a music teacher. And one of those things is how to help them develop good practice habits. This goes along with any education and any teaching situation. But the website that I was directed to by you guys, this man or violinist named Noah Kajiyama, and he talks about his journey in becoming this master violinist. And he talks about the mental and physical strengths that you develop by practicing. But the most important thing that I got out of this is to help those students understand why they are practicing. I wish I would have had a better direction of why I was practicing the songs I did when I was in my voice lessons, because I would come home and I'd rather watch a show than practice my Italian aria piece over here. And it was because I didn't really understand the potential that I could have with practicing. And so I think I could first help them understand, my students understand why, the why factor. I think that's important for anything. Why are we doing what we're doing? Why are we doing what we are doing? And then help them with steps to practicing. And I'm still studying what kind of steps I would use to help them get to success, practicing steps. But that was definitely a good website to help me in that direction. But those are my 3 questions for my philosophy. philosophy of teaching.